Good day everyone. This is the part 2 of our report which entitled Compensation Method and Policy. But before we start, I would like to encourage you to watch the first part because you cannot understand our second part if you do not watch the first part. So let's start with our learning objective part 2. After studying this chapter, we should be able to understand how individual pay is determined, define variable pay, and discuss the various incentive programs that can be used in such system. Number 3, explain why merit pay causes employees to compete rather than cooperate. Number 4, compare and contrast the various gain-sharing systems. Number 5, recognize the key differences among this innovation, skill-based, credential-based, and competency-based pay. Last, examine such pay issues as security, and open and compressions.
So I am going to discuss the method of payment. It is a way that customers pays for a product or service. The way in which an amount of money is paid. So here, in method of payment, it involves money. It can be made in the form of cash, check wire transfer, credit card, or debit card. So why payment method is important? When you are offering modern options for your customer to pay, it can benefit your business. So here are some advantages on payment method. Making transactions faster and more flexible. You can reduce wait time and processing. Eliminate customers' hassle. Make your company appear more attractive, modern, and connected with trends. So next is flat rates. In an ionized firm where wages are established by collective bargaining, single flat rates rather than different rates are often paid. Flat rates correspond to some midpoint on a market survey of a given job. So, sinasabi dito na it is a charge that's not vary, being the same in all situation. In other cases, kasi, flat rates, ito yung mga specific salary or specific prices sa isang job. Is also the value of the project may considerably more than the estimated hours needed to complete it. So, kumbaga, hindi ka sasahod kapag hindi mo natapos yung oras na napagkasunduan nyo ng employer mo. Payment for time work. The majority of employees are paid for time work in the form of wages or salaries defined as follows. So, wages, pay calculated on hourly rate. It is a fixed, regular payment typically paid on a daily or weekly basis, made by an employer or an employee. So, yung mga example dito sa sa wages is yung mga contractual worker, unprofessional worker, uncivil worker. Then, salary. Pay calculated an annual or monthly rate rather than hourly. It also fixed regular payment typically paid on a monthly or annually basis. So, yung mga example naman dito is yung mga white-collar workers, which is yung mga nasa office, mga professionals. So, variable pay incentive compensation. Any compensation plan that emphasizes a shared focus on organizational success, broadens opportunities for incentives to non-traditional groups, and operates outside base pay increase system. So, what is compensation plan? Dito na pumapasok yung mga set of guidelines for employees, which is mga salaries, bonuses, and equities. So, incentive compensation, it is merit-based compensation. Means outside of a guaranteed salary or hourly wages. It also generates tied to achieving performance goals, milestones, or objectives. It gives wage flexibility and extra innovation during fair times. Example ng incentive compensation dito is yung mga 30-month pay, Christmas bonus, summer holiday bonuses, tas overtime. So, pay system key design factors. Number 1 is support by management. So, dito na pumapasok yung effective communication between workers and the managers. So, acceptance by employees, it occurs when employees are actually part of the process when making decisions about targets. So, supportive organizational culture, dito na din pumapasok yung building positive relationship of employees between their people, their work, and their organization. Sa timing naman, it involved the flexible time of an employee. So, arrangement that allows an employee to alter the starting or end of his workday. So, next is the three elements of total compensation. First, what is total compensation? All forms of pay and benefits of an employee receive. So, the first one is base pay. It is minimum salary paid to an employee. It is the fixed amount paid on a certain job. So, itong base pay, ito lang yung kabuuang sahod ng employee. Variable pay naman, it is pay that gets added to an employee's base salary. So, ito yung mga nadadagdag sa salary ng employee. Pwede dito yung tips ng mga customers. Overtime pay. Tas mga bonuses. Then, indirect pay naman po. It is payment to an employee that doesn't involve directly paying a wage or salary. Dito na din pumapasok yung health insurance, life insurance, fringe benefits.
Hi, I'm Angelina La Peña. I'm here to discuss the merits and individual incentives, also the individual incentive goal of compensation and example. Merits. Merits, the inherent rights and wrong of a matter as a law sit unobserved by procedural details, technicalities, personal feelings, the quality of being particularly good or worthy, especially so as to deserve praise to rewards, be worthy, or deserve like you deserve a promotion after all the hard work you have to done. Individual incentive are based on the performance of the individual. Type of incentive is often used to help retain staff performers. Individual incentive plans reward employees for strong contribution they personally make, and since individual employees who are rewarded by this type of compensation scheme receive incentive depending on their success. Incentive goal of compensation and examples. Straight piecework according to the number of units produced of fixed rate per units, like number of units produced X, wages rate per unit. Example, in a nail produced by worker A is 67 and the wages rate being RS. Standards are planned according R is the amount of work achievable at the expected level of efficiency in an R. It is expected that 10 units of product A can be manufactured per direct labor R, 25 units of product B, and 20 units of product C. Differential piece rate, a wages payment whereby after task, the worker receive a high piece rate for during the job in task time and a lower piece rate for taking longer than task time. For example, if one is sick or crippled, then this method has no mercy. You are paid as your output. Production bonus system. Manufacturer companies typically use the type of incentive bonus plan. Its design rewards improve producting and quality, like sharing, work well to encourage your employees to improve in how your products are made. Commission is money paid out to a selling agent. For example, if you were selling cars or some things and your selling agent was paid 5%, you will get 95% of the sales price. If you make a sale, you get some portion of the money from the purchase. And that's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ana Corasma and I would like to discuss this our topic, the team incentives. Team incentive plans also to reduce administrative costs, indicate aim to promoting and rewarding extraordinary levels of professional success, include team-based initiative system. And team incentives plans are intended to promoting collective goal setting, cooperation, and teamwork. For example, tapping a certain dollar amount in sales, landing a specific number of contracts, or hitting a membership recruiting figure. Small group incentive plans are the one of the newest and fastest growing reward strategies. A small group of employees shares a financial reward when a specific object is met. Team-based is the similar to individual incentives with one exception. Each group member receives a financial reward for the attainment of the group goal. For example, ground bonuses, a department lunch, a fun outing for the group of extra vacation time. Organizational-wide incentives. This organization based on the one of two performance concept. A reward given to employee by the business in accordance with their performance, contribution, and achievement within a specific period by inspiring the workforce and fostering a sense of belonging. It fosters workplace culture. For example, they give bonuses people like project bonuses, spot bonuses, merit-based raises, and other bonuses. Lincoln Electric Plant has been a producer of electrical and welding technology products since the late of 1800s. Scanlon Plan is the systematic approach to enhancing organization effectiveness through a formal participation program of the financial bonuses. For example, a gain sharing program which combines leadership. EmproShare, a form of gain sharing that focuses on sharing physical productivity gains with employees. Spot gain sharing, a type of management scheme that a firm utilities to increase profitability for increasing the employee's financial and emotional state in the success of the business. For example, if the average wage rate is 10 on hour, the 1,000 hour saves are worth 10,000. That is a gain to be shared equally between the workforce and company.
Hi everyone, my name is Gerald Papasin and I will discuss the different types of base pay. Number one is people-based pay. People-based pay structures pay people for all of the skills or competencies for which they've been certified, regardless of whether the work they're doing requires all or just a few of them. One of the example is the person that he is at work and that the job that he does. In short, the salaries or the wages that are paid to the employee is determined to getting the best aspect of an individual that he or she can offer to the company. Number two is skill-based pay. Skill-based pay is a compensation system that rewards employees with additional pay in exchange for formal certification of the employee's mastery of skills, knowledge, and or competencies skills. Is acquired and observable expertise in performing tasks. For example, under the skill-based pay model, a team lead with several decades of management experience may earn higher compensation than less experienced candidate applying for the same position. Number three is knowledge-based pay. The worker is paid at a rate based on the knowledge and skill he or she has. In knowledge-based pay, the worker starts out a flat hourly pay rate, then receives pay increases as he or she learns how to perform a certain job better, or how to perform other jobs within the plant or the department. For example, some companies openly encourage their workers to train and study more. They tell them that if they train more, they will earn more. Other companies tend to reward a greater skill set with more responsibilities. Number 4 is credential-based pay. It's a pay structure that employs based on their skill set, knowledge, and experience, rather than their job title or position. A credential-based plan encourages employees to reach the pay rate that they want by taking charge of improving their skills and work. As an example, you might have an accountant with over 25 years of experience within the organization who prepares and maintains financial reports, and other employee with 5-year experience perform the same duties. These two employees are paid the same amount, as the competencies required are the same. The other one is feedback-based pay, compensation that's tied to employees' contribution to a company. May encourage employees to work harder. They also can cause higher stress level in workers and lower job satisfaction. For example, a car salesperson who works on commission. If no car sells that day, the business doesn't generate revenue, so the employees don't either. And the last one is competency-based pay. Refers to a salary structure where employees are compensated based on their knowledge, skills, and abilities, rather than their job title or position. A competency-based compensation plan motivates individuals to improve their abilities and efforts in order to achieve that the pay rate they desire. Another example, motivating for employees to work and develop their skills, be more aspirational, and apply gained knowledge and new skills in their work. However, in practice, such pay systems are rarely used in their pure form, but combined with performance-based payment system.
Executive pay. When it comes to executive level pay, the mantra is to pay a performance because executive compensation has continued to grow dramatically when compared to non-executive pay. Example of this is a salary or wages of the CEO of a company. CEO of a company is a head of a company, president, vice president, and many more executive pays. Pay secrecy or openness. These are degree of secretiveness and openness on a pay in many institutions and organizations. Pay ranges and even an individual pay is open to the public and fellow employees. This is called an open system. A situational example for this is when your coworker found out or finds out what you make or your salary, what would you feel? Of course you feel bad because it is somehow they are invading your privacy. A secret system is the opposite of an open system, which pay is regarded as privileged information known only to an employee, superior, and staff employees such as HRM and payroll. Dito naman po sa secret system, it is the information is secluded between kung sino lang po yung nagpapasweldo sa'yo, which is the HRM, the payroll, ikaw na binibigyan ng sahod, and the superior or yung mga na may mataas na pwesto sa company. Next one, pay security. Compensation that can motivate performance. Ito naman po, ang ibig sabihin po ng pay security is nakakasigurado ka na hanggat meron ka or hindi ka natatanggal sa trabaho or matanggal ka man sa trabaho, meron kang matatanggap na salary or wage o yung tinatawag na tinatawag na sahod. Next one is GAW or stand for Guarantee Annual Wage. For this type of plan to work, general employee management relations must be good and demand for the product or service must be steady. This type of naman po, plan to work naman, it is na secure po ninyo, na secure po ng company ninyo na mataas or steady lang po yung inyong kita, may guarantee na may ibibigay sa iyo yung ang iyong salary or wage. Ang cons po nito is if hindi po mataas or maganda yung kita ng company nyo, it's whether mababa po yung magiging salary nyo or wala po kayong matatanggap at all. Second, next part is supplementary unemployment benefit or sub approach. The employers add to unemployment compensation payments to help the employee achieve income security. Ito naman po yung mga employers kapag na-unemploy po yung mga trabahante nila pag nawalan po ng trabaho, example, natanggal po sila sa company nila, meron pa rin po silang matatanggap na salary or wages dahil nga po nakapangako ang company dito. Next one is cost of living adjustments or COLAs. Are wage increase or decrease pegged to the rise or fall in the cost of living? Ito naman po kahit anong mangyari, tumaas, bumaba man po ang inyong ang inyong kita sa company, meron at meron pong maibibigay na sahod sa inyo na makakapag-secure ng cost of living nyo po or yung yan. Pay compression ay severance pay is an amount paid to an employee upon dismissal or discharge for employment. Severance pay naman po, ito po yung natatanggap ng mga nag-retire na. Kunwari sa mga teacher, kapag naabot na nila yung 60 or 60 plus, pwede na silang mag-retire. And they can also makakatanggap pa din po sila ng payment pag umalis na po sila sa paaralan. Yun po ang severance pay. Pay compression occurs when less experienced employees are paid as much or more than longer-term employees because of market-driven increase in starting salary. Ito naman pong pay compression is yung mga employee kahit na bago ka or ikaw yung matagal na sa company, ganon at ganon pa din po yung matatanggap mo kung gaano ka katagal or kabago man sa company kasi nga po nagtaas ang inyong salary, nagtaas po ang inyong ang inyong sales sa company. Kunwari pag sa New Year, ganun po yung pag sobrang dami po ng inyong nabenta, kunwari sa mga product ninyo, kahit gano'n pa kabago yung staff mo or katanda na yung staff mo in your company, meron pantay ang magiging kanilang salary or wage na matatanggap or yung mga bonuses, ganun po. And that's all for compensation method and policy. I hope you learn a lot. Thank you for listening.